Your mobile app can be more than just a stream player. It can be a game changer for engagement and new revenue. Today, I'm going to challenge you to 3 new things that could boost your listener engagement and revenue, specifically through Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Hi, it's Jim. Welcome to Better Radio Websites, the podcast that wants to help you get more visitors and the most revenue from your radio station website. And this week, we're going to add parentheses at the end, and mobile app. All right. You know, it's spring now, and as temperatures rise, so does travel. I mean, you're fully aware of that. The listeners are commuting a whole lot more. They're going back and forth to school, heading out on road trips pretty soon for summer. And they're also just driving with the windows down and the radio up. And that makes Apple CarPlay and Android Auto prime real estate for listener engagement. But are you really using these platforms to their full potential? Now, before we begin, if your mobile app does not include Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, let's be honest, you only have half a mobile app. Your station must appear on these 2 platforms moving forward. And your mobile app must have the code in place in order to make this happen. So that is something within your app. So if your app developer does not include Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, they need to include that. That is a must-have for your radio station. And so your app must also have this proper pass-through to show the information, the now playing metadata from your on-air machine. We're talking about the title and artist, and if there's any album artwork. Typically, your streaming provider will pass this information through like an XML type URL that your app will use to display it within your mobile app. All right, so let's assume moving forward that you have all of that moving forward. And different stations I've noticed, have different things that they allow to appear within the mobile app. Some stations, they only want the title and artist of their songs to play, and that's perfectly fine. And I've seen some stations where they open it up fully. So it actually shows, station promo and then all of the commercials and everything like that, which is great. All right. All of that information appears on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to give the listener a full view of what's happening on the radio station, a visible view so they can see what's going on. But for this challenge, I want you to think about your mobile app a whole lot more than just a way for listeners to take your audio with them when they're on the go. I want you to try these 3 new things to enhance the listener experience or bring added value to your station. And then I want you to track how they perform and see if they've moved the needle anywhere. I bet they're going to. Okay. So here's the 3 things that I recommend trying before the end of summer, at least. All right. Because like I said, people are out and they're on the move a whole lot more right now. So the mobile listening is going to be more now probably than in the fall and winter months, except for the streaming, the sports streaming and stuff like that. All right. So number 1 is to update your now playing metadata. This is the information that's in your on-air machine, like song titles and stuff like that. And I want you to think about the information that you're passing through to the mobile app and then tweak these to be a whole lot more than song titles. So maybe you introduce some elements that appear, let's say you do not show the commercial titles and stuff like that during the breaks. Why don't you include an element at the start of that stop set that has maybe promotional items rotating through station promotional messages? This short break brought to you by client name. Message the studio sponsor or the streaming sponsor. Because normally what happens on mobile apps, if the station does not show the commercial titles within the stream, what happens is during that entire commercial break, the last song appears for the entire break. So if somebody is listening to the radio station via CarPlay and Android Auto and they're hearing these commercials, they look over to their device and they're seeing the last song that played that could have been 4 or 5 minutes ago in some cases. All right. So this is a prime opportunity for you to just insert something at the start of that stop set that says this short break brought to you by so-and-so. I mean, this is a perfect place for you to rotate through your station promotional messages. So you can say, be listening Monday morning for the certain contest or ways to win or something like that. So this is a prime opportunity for you to do that.
Looking to maximize your radio station's digital presence? Skyrocket Radio delivers custom websites and mobile apps built exclusively for radio stations by radio professionals. Our websites engage listeners and drive revenue, while the integrated apps keep your audience connected wherever they are. It's a complete digital solution designed to boost your station's reach and ad sales. To take your station's online experience to the next level, visit skyrocketradio.com.
Number 2 is to use custom artwork in your stream metadata. Now, these show up in Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as the visual component, the album artwork of what is playing. All right, so this is a perfect place to insert that contest logo or a featured sponsored logo, the stream sponsor, or anything like that. Again, you can put that at the very start of that stop set and show that information. And so, these are very easy to do. You just need to kind of work with your on-air automation system provider and your streaming provider to make sure this information is passing through to your mobile app. All right. So then number 3 is to run a mobile exclusive promotion or contest. Mobile exclusive. All right. Promote it via push notifications, highlight it on your metadata. Make it something that rewards listeners who engage with your mobile app while they're on the move. And of course, since it's on a mobile app, you've got to make it easy to enter. These small tweaks can have a significant impact on what you're doing with your mobile app. Now, I will tell you that Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, they're locked down. You're not going to be able to insert like a banner ad there that's clickable to the client's website or anything like that. You can't move things around. All of that is locked down. However, that now playing information is really yours to influence through your stream settings and this metadata. You can put whatever you want there and have it rotate through different messages throughout the day or each hour or whatever you would really like. It's theirs. It's totally yours. And so you'd be surprised what's possible when you can get a little creative just by tweaking the title and the artist and the album art within that dashboard. All right. So now this isn't just about a novelty thing. This is something that's cute that we're doing. It's really about strategy, because think about it. You're tapping into high attention moments. You're right there, front and center on their dashboard. And some of these Apple CarPlay units are huge. So, they can't not see that information. And you're giving sponsors who you want to join in with this new visibility in meaningful ways. They're right there in front. That's going to be a whole lot better than a billboard that you're just going to go right past and see. That information is going to stay there as long as maybe the entire stop set, or maybe they're there for the entire hour or whatever. This is stuff that you could be rotating on the weekends, like for during your syndicated programming, that instead of showing the show name or something like that, you rotate through client messages and promotional information and stuff like that. All right. So you're turning your mobile app into an active part of your content strategy. You're not thinking about it anymore. It's just a passive streaming tool, a way for people to listen to your radio stations. What you're doing is you're putting your messages out there right in front of them. And most importantly, you're experimenting. That's the thing that I really want you to take away, because the stations that grow are the ones who test, measure, and then refine processes. All right. So I hope you take this challenge, and please track your success. See how things are working. If things are getting an uptick, or, if something doesn't work, that's okay. You've learned something. But if it does, then you found a new way to drive value, engagement, and maybe even revenue, because this is something that you can upsell clients on. Well, yeah, you can be on our stream or whatever, but we're going to charge extra to put your banner ad as the album artwork within Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. All right, so it could be more revenue for you. Either way, I'd love to hear how it works for you via email, direct message, or you can comment on YouTube. Be sure that you like and follow wherever you get this podcast as well. And if you don't have a mobile app that's fully integrated with your station website, so you can schedule and send contest, event informations, new post notifications and stuff like that, or even tweak your CarPlay and Android Auto meta information, reach out to us at skyrocketradio.com. Have an awesome week online making your radio station website better and mobile app. We'll see you next time.